Lesson 13. Our environment and natural resources. There are so many things around us, like plants, animals, soil, rocks, and water. All these living and non-living things form our surrounding. The surrounding in which we live is called environment. We, the human beings, are altering the environment to suit our needs. Human activities are damaging the environment. Pollution. The harmful changes made in the environment due to various human activities are called pollution. The harmful toxic substances that cause pollution are known as pollutants. There are mainly 4 types of pollution: air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, and noise pollution. Air pollution. The mixing of harmful gases and other particles like smoke and dust in the air is called air pollution. Most of the air pollutants come from burning of fuels, vehicular exhaust, industries and power stations. Effect. Polluted air causes many respiratory disorders like bronchitis, asthma, and throat infections. It causes irritation to our eyes and skin. Polluted air produces acid rain. It causes damage to the soil, plants, animals, and even buildings. It also causes harm to other living organisms. Water pollution. When water bodies get contaminated with various pollutants is called water pollution. Water is polluted due to human activities, industrial and farm effluents, and sewage from homes and hospitals released into water bodies. Seawater is polluted by oil spills. Effect. Polluted water contains germs which can cause various diseases like dysentery, jaundice, and typhoid. The contaminated water also affects the life of aquatic animals and often kills fishes and other aquatic animals. Soil or land pollution. Dumping of solid wastes such as plastic bags, glass bottles, and metal containers causes land pollution. Excess use of fertilizers and pesticides in crop fields also causes land pollution. Effect. Land pollution makes the soil infertile. It harms the soil microorganisms and adversely affects the growth of plants. Noise pollution. Noise is an unpleasant, loud, or undesired sound. Loud sound from vehicles, aeroplanes, loudspeakers, and machinery can cause noise pollution. Effect. Exposure to loud noise over a long time can cause deafness, high blood pressure, and depression in humans. Greenhouse effect. Every day we read in the newspapers about greenhouse effect and global warming. What is the greenhouse effect? Let us understand. Greenhouse is a term given to a glass house constructed to keep delicate and rare plants that require warmth and protection from weather. The house is constructed by panels of glass. Glass panels allow sun rays and heat to pass through the glass house. The heat that enters the glass house cannot escape because the glass panels send back the heat to the inside of the glass house. This makes the glass house warmer than the outside environment. This is called greenhouse effect. In the similar way, you can observe that the car parked in the sun with all doors and windows closed gets heated up. This is also because of greenhouse effect. Our Earth's atmosphere also acts as a glass house. There is a layer of different gases around the Earth. Some of these gases like carbon dioxide, ozone, methane, nitrogen oxides, CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, and water vapor have property to trap heat energy of sun. These gases are called greenhouse gases. They do not allow the heat to escape back into space. This keeps the atmosphere warm. The heating of the Earth's atmosphere due to the trapping of heat energy reflected from the Earth's surface by carbon dioxide and other gases in the atmosphere is called greenhouse effect. Human activities like burning of fossil fuels in automobiles and industries and cutting down of forests, deforestation, are putting a lot of carbon dioxide and many other harmful gases in the atmosphere. This has resulted in increased greenhouse effect. Global warming. Increase in the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has increased the Earth's temperature. This is called global warming. Global warming causes climate change on the Earth. This results in melting of polar ice, rise in sea level, and submerging of low-lying areas near the sea. The temperature of the Earth has increased 2.5 degrees Celsius in last 100 years, and scientists expect that in the next century it may rise about 3 to 4 degrees Celsius. This increase in the temperature may adversely affect all the living organisms. Measures to check global warming. Reduction in the use of fossil fuels. Developing renewable sources of energy like solar energy and wind energy. Increase in forest areas to utilize carbon dioxide by plants during photosynthesis using energy-efficient devices. Global warming may cause serious damage to the environment and ultimately affect human lives. It is time when serious steps need to be taken to control global warming. Many countries have signed agreements aimed at reducing greenhouse gases. One such agreement is Kyoto Protocol. Natural resources. The substances which we utilize in our daily life to make things of our need are called resources. Our life depends on these useful things. The resources that we get from the nature are called natural resources. Plants, animals, air, water, minerals, soil, and fossil fuels are some of the natural resources. Types of natural resources. Natural resources are classified into two groups: renewable resources and non-renewable resources. 1. Renewable resources. The resources which either never get exhausted or are replaced naturally within a reasonable period are called renewable resources. Sunlight, water, wind, and forests are some examples of renewable resources. 2. Non-renewable resources. The resources which cannot be replaced within a reasonable time period if used up are called non-renewable resources. These are limited and will be exhausted one day due to their extensive use. Coal, petroleum, top fertile soil, and minerals are some examples of non-renewable resources. Conservation of natural resources. Resources are vital for us. We totally depend on them for our survival. So, they need to be conserved. The wise and economic use of resources is called conservation. Some of the measures to conserve our natural resources are given below. We should plant more and more trees so that forest cover does not decrease. Catalytic converters should be installed in vehicles. Cleaner fuels like CNG should be used in vehicles. We should reduce the wastage of water by never leaving the tap opened or by never using pipe to wash vehicles. We should prevent water pollution to keep our rivers clean. Rainwater harvesting should be adopted. In this, the rainwater is collected, filtered, and then allowed to get absorbed in the ground. We should use renewable sources of energy like solar energy, wind energy, and hydro energy to conserve the fossil fuels. Minerals can be conserved by using them again by recycling. For example, glass bottles and metallic cans can be recycled and used again.